Father, please let it work this.
Welcome to Modern Marriage. Today we're gonna talk about another episode for the modern woman. That type of woman gotta be stay away from because we're talking about the Christian woman, the appealing woman for the 2 weeks, and then now we the following by next month we can go deep into realistic woman. So we got a special for crazy video today for that woman. She need help. Not physically, not mentally, not economically. She need all kind of help she need. And let's start the video.
This time. In your holy name, let's get into it. Tony.
So as you can tell Kendra start with a C. As you can tell, she's not Christian the way she her hand. So she already not fit for the Christian part. So what else she had? And also for the peeling part, I can tell she's not really fit because I can tell most of women that has can wear, they usually have a tight dress or something cover her neck, or so they can not be appealing because they know they can be judged by their appealing. Realistic, we're gonna see how the video gonna get started, or if she gonna be realistic or not.
25 from Georgia, right?
Yes, ma'am.
25.
Do you have
Wow.
any kids?
I have one.
Okay, how old's your child?
He's 4 years old.
4 years old. Why you not with the dad?
Well, we were never we weren't even together during my pregnancy, so it just didn't work out.
Y'all were just having sex with no relationship?
We was in a relationship for about 4 months, and right when I was about to leave,
Okay, I can tell. For right now, she having met a guy, and then she not Christian, as you all know. She doesn't believe on God, and on top of that, she was about to leave the relationship. The guy says he's about to walk away. He's not gonna feel the attraction no more. So, in order for her to trap the guy for the guy to be in a relationship, she forced to have a kid with the guy and to trap the guy, and then the guy end up leaving. So that's no. Now she's in the show looking for another guy to be trapped again in order to be able to elevate herself.
I got pregnant. But it's not. Everything is not going well between me and him. We in the court now, trying to figure things out.
Oh, child, it's not going too well. Tony, what do you do for a living?
I said I'm unemployed right now. For the past 4 years, I've really been a stay-at-home mother because there's no child care here in Dillon.
So how are you taking care of your child? But for child support?
The house that I live in is paid for by my dad, and so I live here by myself. He got married and moved out, and my sister moved as well. They stay in Atlanta. And
okay, for the guy out there, if you have a house you paid for, and then you have a new girlfriend or a new wife, why you need to move to another one's house? I understand that because the woman that your dad is with right now, she doesn't think really for the dad because now he has to start all over again, buy a new house, and then spend his money on her and the house. And at this point, if she's 25, the guy probably that is 50, and she's close to retirement. If that woman end up leaving him because he has a low bedroom performance, so she gonna end up on retirement money on top of his hard working for 25 years, which is a red flag. So back to the lady, if she live in the house was already paid for, or she get to find a part-time job just for to pay the utility and then for the food for her, and then whatever she need for the kids. So it's simple as that. Let's see what else.
yeah, I get food stamps.
Full step.
Okay. Let me say, not saying you should look a certain way, right? So I don't want to put that out there, but I would never think the way you look, you're living off of food stamps.
True.
Right. It doesn't have a look.
The peeling is looking good. I don't mind. She's more than average, but I can tell you one thing is that she's kind of overweight. I can tell, but that depends if who the kind she's attractive to. The guy, but most of the guy will go along with her because she's young. She's 25. She's used makeup and lipstick, and then which is a lot. So we don't know how bad is she is really that good looking or bad looking. So that's, but for the look. For right now, it's okay, but I don't know how much makeup she needs, so that's questionable.
Look, I mean, kind of, sort of, but I see I know what you're talking about, but yeah,
Okay.
anybody can be on food stamps.
All right, so Tony, before we continue, do you think you're in a position to start dating? Because you're saying you're not currently working, you're going through the courts with your child's father. You know, a man watching, I think you're attractive, I think you're beautiful, but a man watching, a quality man anyways, might be like, she gotta get some things together. Do you think you're in a position to start dating right now?
It's just my location and where I'm at. I would say yes because it's been some time now, and I think
Modern women after breakup they don't go take the time for the healing or for spiritual for prayer and stuff like that to get themselves together, but they feel like after 3 months or 6 months they're entitled to have another guy. So basically they don't really take the step, and on top of that they always blaming the situation they live in and the other people, but they don't look take her responsibility, that accountability that she's the one to blame for. So this is a major red flag because when you go to a relationship with her, she always gonna blame you, and then she ended up for you to make her feel better. You can end up buying a lot of expensive stuff, and then she feel like, well, she's so buy me this, you're entitled to that, which is a bad combination for you.
I'm just now ready to get out there and start dating again. It's been
But don't
about 2
you?
years.
But what is okay? What's your career aspirations? You don't want to get a job before you start dating?
Interesting.
I would like to, yes, but my living like I can't move anywhere without savings, and they're not gonna pay anything here.
So do you have somebody to babysit your child?
No,
So how would you date? You have no babysitter. You can't get a job. So if you met a guy, how would you?
he gonna have to date me and my child.
So you looking for a guy to take?
Which is bad because what happened is, first of all, if you ask a girl out and then she doesn't have a babysitter, leave her alone. Second of all, if she say yes and then she has to bring the kids with you, that's a red flag. Just leave her alone and walk away, because at the end of the day, you're gonna pay for the trip, you're gonna pay for everything, and then for you to have a time with her, you're gonna not spend time only with her, but with the kid, which is a red flag for every step of the way, because now you're gonna involve with the kids that are not even yours from the start in the relationship, and then on top of that, she can use the kid and therefore for her to pressure you to buy anything she wants. To remember, we're the talking phase, so you gotta do to have a good front to look good, and therefore you to have a good time with her, and then she can use the kids at any moment throughout the day, so you can feel bad, and then she can feel like you are entitled to it.
Take care of you and your child?
Well, not necessarily looking for a provider, but he gonna have to. Well, actually, I'm bisexual, so I am looking for a woman or a man, and they're gonna have to cover everything as far as right now.
Like I said, so at this point, good. Let's go a little more deeper. She's not looking for a man. She's looking for a financial savior, which is a bank owner, which is a loan owner, which is a sugar daddy, which is somebody who's financially stable. So remember, she got a house pay, or but she cannot go to work because there's no babysitter. And on top of that, you gotta come and pay for everything, and stuff of that you gotta pay for a babysitter if you want to spend time with her. So and end up you're gonna have to pay everything from A to Z, and then she feel like it, she can give it to you, and then on top of that, you don't even know if the father of the kids is very understandable. Like you said, she had chaotic if a lot of chaotic backflash with the father, back and forth. She's in the court, so you don't know if it's mentally she's already there, because she can come with you in a day, and then mentally she think about the court system, and you can have a crappy day over that, and then she not be here to give her all her attention toward the day and then toward the date, which is a bad recipe for you.
But I've offered in my past. I've offered before I had a child, or right when I had a child, I offered, for a man to be a stay-at-home dad, and that's just not what they wanted. So I chose to, you know, I went down with a fight. I did not want to stop working, but I
Tony, you
did.
sound crazy.
I say the
And let
same
me tell
thing.
you why. Let me tell you why. Here's the deal. You're a beautiful girl. So you're gonna get a guy. A guy. Listen, maybe I shouldn't say you sound crazy, because you do have the pretty factor. And maybe there's a man watching that's gonna save you. Maybe there's a man watching that says, you know what? She's cute. I'm gonna save her and her child. So let me, cause I'm going to
Don't be
be
that
honest.
guy.
pretty factor does matter at times.
Pretty
Now,
privilege.
I don't know what that man might come with that is going to potentially be okay with your situation, but I just think as a woman, you should want to have a job to provide for your child
Thank you.
before you start dating somebody else. Because like,
It's
if you
called
want to
being
go
an
on a date,
adult.
who's the babysitter?
I mean, I have like little to no support from my family, so and I'm very picky of who I leave him with. So he just now
So
got
okay, so if a guy is
to
watching and he wants to take you on a date, who's gonna babysit your child?
Thank you.
I'm fine with bringing my son with me.
This is
I mean,
You
gross.
gonna bring your son on the date?
I mean, I may be able to find a babysitter, but if I can't, then we're not gonna go on a date. There's no like.
You can't.
there's
What if
no-
a guy wants to bring you somewhere at nighttime at
Oh,
8 o'clock to
okay.
dinner? How you gonna do that? You gonna bring your son with you?
I would say the same
No,
thing.
no, I would have to find somebody, but
Delusional.
I don't really go out like that, and that's another reason why I haven't met anyone, because I be in the house. You know, I'm for the sheets, not for the streets, Miss Kendra.
Okay, you gotta know for the street and for the shit, that's a different mentality and that's essential to preserve yourself. But I think if you're not working, stay at home, and then many guy can come over and hit it, you still for the street. But that's mean that you go there, you don't go out there like leave the house and hit and look for a guy. They actually the guy go after you, the guy come to you, and then you're able to give it to. That's what I mean for the street. But for the shit, I don't know for that, because what happen is you shows that you kinda lazy. I don't say lazy, but you feel like you're on this bad situation economically, and you feel trapped because the guy cannot go with you because you got the kids and babysitter, and then you live by yourself in the house, which is kinda cool. The house is paid off, but again, being an adult means you gotta take responsibility, and right now you're not being reasonable, which is the hard part. So basically, she felt the Christian, they're playing the realistic part, which is being an adult, which is need to have some of the money and go in and out, and to be sustainable, stable for your bill, for your payment, for your utility. Well, that's why also I think something happened to the family. That's why they left her alone, because her sister could have stayed with her, because especially in that situation, since the father went married to another woman, but the sister ended up leaving because she probably has a bad temper or bad attitude.
Well, I'm just trying to understand from a
I'm not
woman's
looking for.
perspective.
And
From a woman's
let me.
perspective, why is it not important for you to get a job, to get yourself
No,
in a
it is.
situation?
I meant to address that. Yeah, I'm not looking for to be saved. Like I'm in the process of going back to the military and finding a job or going back to school, and that's not what I'm looking for. Because he don't have to. He don't have.
Okay, for the female men that's been to the military or the army, I applaud your work, your sacrifice, congratulations. I admire that, but they are not mentally fit for relationship because they've been trained so hard for having a weapon and shooting. They not become human. That's why they don't monkey branches easily. They go back from man to woman every time, and then they always use that type of behavior like normal, because they don't have any, they cannot drink, they cannot smoke, so those are the one they think that help them out like mentally, and that's why they're not marriage material. And then if you end up having her, and then she probably getting ran through by the military guy, and then you probably not aware of that, and then she can leave you. And then after that, if you try to do something, she and then come back, she can beat you up, and then you get a bruise, and then you can have a lawsuit against her, but you probably end up losing since you have money. And after that, most of the people in the military, they have PTSD because they're not stable, their mentality is very messed up. So stay away from those kind of women that say such and such, because you already know what it is right now.
Have to provide, but you know that's a plus. I cannot be bought. So just because he got money don't mean he gonna get me.
Well, you said in the beginning that the guy got to date you and your child.
Facts.
Uh-huh.
That's what you said.
Yeah, he gotta date me and my child. Yeah.
What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I want him to be genuine, self-aware, honest, loyal. He has to have good conversation.
As you can tell, she got a list, write it down. That's me. She doesn't believe what she said, or she not really fully committed, but she trying to put a good show. That's why she write it down before she call in, so she can feel like, oh, the guy is not there, and the guy has to keep up, and then the guy doesn't have the character yet. That's why she's single. But at the end of the day, she doesn't believe that. She just putting that out there to make her look good, but not really a good look for her. But if a guy want to feel for that, go for it. But for me, for myself, I can tell she just putting a show really, but she doesn't believe what she's reading.
He has to be respectful, well spoken, good with finances, kind, assertive, but open. He has to put in equal effort, and he has to be okay with me being bisexual.
Oh yeah, they said, or what kind of woman you?
So basically, she's bisexual to men and women again. Major women be careful with that because they are monkey branches and they love to have fun and they are very good in bed. I can tell you that, but it's not worth it because she gonna bring a lot of chaotic. Because a good time she can give it to you, she gonna give it to somebody. They're not loyal, then they're not wife material because at the end of the day she gonna be out overseas and then she not gonna miss out the good time she gonna have just because she's out of sea. So pay attention to that. Again, she's bisexual, she's not Christian, so she can go either way. And then worst case scenario, if you're trying to bring her to the family, she can go around all the whole family, and you cannot bring your cousin, your sister, your auntie because she can have fun with them too because she's bi. Well, everyone is welcome. So that's another L for the man that's gonna come in and bring her to the relationship because she can be your. If you have a friend which is a girl, boom, she can end up with that. Even your friend is a girl or friend, you're the neighbor, she can end up in the neighbor as well. So basically, if she still feel lonely, she can call it he or she just to have it.
Looking for? Is it same qualities for the woman?
Yes.
The same qualities in the woman.
Sad.
Do you have gender preference?
I prefer to be with a man and marry a man, but I'm open to marrying a woman.
You're open to marrying a woman. Okay. What's some deal breakers for you?
Heavy drinking and smoking, like
Before she finish, usually when they say deal breaker, that means they always try to compare the ex. So basically, that's what the ex, the title the ex they had, and now they try to build to show the opposite of the ex. So, but the reality that is the woman she's attracted to. Like you say, heavy drink and stuff like that. That's what the ex is doing, and that's what she likes too. The bad boy club. But she's trying to put it like she want a good guy, but actually she's attractive the opposite or the list she putting out.
really overweight. I like a man that's light on his feet.
She's not
Being
even
cheap,
healthy.
like as far as not wanting to go out on a date or something, not spend a lot of money. Because if it was me, like I don't mind paying at times when I do have income, I would pay and spoil my significant other. So being stinky, like smelling bad, drugs, because I don't do them. I don't want them in my house.
Again, the bad boy life, drugs, bad boy life, fire and stuff like that. That's what she's attracted to, but she can tell you she's not. So that's why they have a battlefield between the old guy, the ex boyfriend with the kids, and then because he is the type of guy that she was involved with. Now she feel like she want to change that, but the truth of the matter is this is why she's being attractive.
He has to be emotionally mature and not keeping their word. More than two baby mamas, I would say. If he doesn't give
Again,
oral
her ex.
sex, cheating, insecure, controlling, irresponsible. If he has trust issues,
Irresponsible? Do you think irresponsible, Tony?
Good question.
yes. I
You
mean,
just
so I've worked since I was 16, since I was in school, and then I joined the military. I did do some years in there, and then after that, I had civilian jobs. So I was in the reserve, and then I had civilian jobs. So I quit And just so happened, I was working in Savannah and still living in Millen. So I would drive. I would work like 60, 70 hours a week. I would work 6 days a week. So when I had my child, I didn't have any child care. They shut down the daycare here. So my sister was watching him, and she didn't agree with our terms. So I had to come back home.
You see, again, like I mentioned earlier, the sister could easily stay with her, but she probably chaotic. She probably not realistic. So that's why the sister left. And top of that, if she end up working, she end up working 60 70 hours. That's why she want a stay home dad, because you be the one stay home raising the kids that's not yours, paying for everything until she got a payday. And top of that, is she gonna pay 70 to 60 70 hours out there to go working, and then you, when she come home to you, she probably being tired or probably exhausted, and then you be having a hard time having fun, the bedroom fun, and on top of that, you end up spending money, and she get paid. You don't even know if her home money. She gonna try to spend it on you, because she can say that money is for my kids, it's my money, I work hard for it, and I deserve it. And I've been 60 hours, and then you are doing nothing, and then you end up having the short stick. So it's not a good combination. She tried very hard to give a good grace in front of the public to say she's a good woman, but for me, see, a woman are not qualified. She's not Christian, she's bi, and because Christian women doesn't go by, they are straight. Appealing, she's a kind of overall, because she's willing a long slave trying to cover up. Probably she gonna have many tattoos, you don't know, or piercing, you don't know. You probably you will never know. Are realistic, she want a stay home dad to take care of everything, but she's not willing to help you out even for the bedroom fun. And anytime of the day, she can go out there and then go draft and then go to the military, and then she can have a boy having fun with a guy or a girl at any moment, which is kind of chaotic for you in your situation, and then for the kids she's raising in. And that was my video for the day. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, that's on that new, and I'll see you next one.